The Texan who forgot to arm his guns and became the Luftwaffe's nightmare. Ellington Field, Texas, August 1942. The heat shimmers off the concrete like liquid glass. Inside a borrowed P-40 Warhawk, Lieutenant James Rattler McCormick sits waiting for clearance. He's 23 but carries himself like he's 40. Square jaw, perpetual scowl, a man who treats every formation flight like a personal insult to his freedom. The instructors call him insubordinate. The mechanics call him a perfectionist. His fellow cadets call him crazy. He shouldn't be here. He washed out of bomber school for arguing with a colonel about fuel mixture ratios. He was right, but the Army doesn't reward being right when you're loud about it. They stuck him in fighters as punishment. Turns out, punishment was exactly where he belonged. The P-40 is a brute. It's powered by an Allison V1710 engine that produces 1,150 horsepower and sounds like controlled rage. It's heavy in the nose, sluggish in the climb, and turns like a freight train compared to the nimble Japanese Zeros it'll soon face. But it dives. God, how it dives. Gravity loves the P-40. Point the nose down and she'll accelerate past 500 miles per hour, faster than anything the enemy has, but there's a catch. At those speeds, the controls lock up. The stick becomes immovable. Pilots who dive too steep can't pull out. They drill into the ground like meteors. McCormick takes off for what should be a routine gunnery exercise. Target sleeves towed by slow C-47s. Easy shooting. Boring. He climbs to 15,000 feet, lining up for his first pass. He checks his gun switches. All 6.50 caliber machine guns armed and ready, except he forgot one critical step. He didn't charge the guns. In the P-40, you flip the switches, yes, but you also have to manually pull back the charging handles inside the cockpit. It's a two-step process designed to prevent accidental discharge on the ground. McCormick, distracted by an argument with his flight leader about the stupidity of formation discipline, skipped step 2. He dives on the target sleeve. Perfect deflection. Perfect lead. He squeezes the trigger. Nothing. The electric motor whirs. The gun camera rolls, but no bullets. McCormick curses, pulls up hard, and realizes what he's done. He's diving at 380 miles per hour with uncharged guns. He should abort, climb back up, charge them properly. But McCormick isn't wired that way. He stays in the dive. He keeps accelerating. 400 miles per hour, 420 miles per hour. The stick stiffens. The ailerons freeze. He can't turn. He can only fall. Then instinct overrides training. If he can't turn the plane with the stick, maybe he can turn it another way. He stomps full left rudder while keeping the stick neutral. The P-40 doesn't like this. The plane yaws violently left while still diving straight. The airframe groans. The right wing develops massive lift. The left wing, blanked by the fuselage in the extreme side slip, stalls instantly. Snap. The P-40 doesn't roll smoothly. It flips, a brutal 180-degree snap roll that happens in less than half a second. McCormick's helmet smacks the canopy frame. His vision tunnels. The horizon becomes a spinning blur. He's inverted, still diving, still accelerating. 450 miles per hour. But then physics does something beautiful. The massive drag from the fuselage, sliding sideways through the air, acts like an air brake. The P-40 sheds 150 miles per hour of airspeed in under 2 seconds. The plane literally stops falling forward. It hangs there, inverted, at the top of what pilots will later call a displacement roll. McCormick recovers purely on reflex. He centers the rudder, rolls upright, and finds himself straight and level at 8,000 feet. His hands are shaking. His neck hurts. But he's alive, and he's just discovered something the textbooks never mentioned: North Africa. February 1943. McCormick is now flying with the 325th Fighter Group, the Checkertails. They're escorting B-25 bombers over Tunisia. The Luftwaffe is up in force. Messerschmitt Bf-109s, fast and lethal. McCormick is bounced by 3 109s diving from above. Classic hunter-killer tactics. They have speed. They have altitude. They have him cold. The lead German fires. Tracers snap past McCormick's canopy. He's in a coffin corner. If he pulls up, they shoot him. If he turns, they cut him off. He's doing 340 miles per hour in level flight. Too slow to run, too fast to turn hard. So McCormick does the insane thing. He stomps full rudder and holds the stick neutral. The P-40 snaps into a violent yaw. The right wing generates massive lift. The left wing stalls. The plane flips onto its back in a brutal snap roll, but this time McCormick is ready. He catches it immediately, using opposite rudder and forward stick pressure. The P-40 snaps upright, now pointing 90 degrees away from its original flight path, traveling at only 220 miles per hour. The 3 109s overshoot like freight trains. They can't slow down. They can't match the sudden change. They blow past him, unable to react. McCormick isn't finished. He's now behind them. He climbs into position and shoots down 2 before the third flees. The maneuver spreads through the squadron like wildfire. They call it the Rattlesnake Snap. It's dangerous. It's violent. But against faster opponents, it's devastating. McCormick teaches it to anyone who'll listen. Kick full rudder, keep the stick neutral, catch the rotation before it becomes a spin. The P-40's heavy nose becomes an asset. The plane wants to snap. You just have to let it, then grab it back. The Luftwaffe adapts, but too late. American pilots are using the snap to force overshoots, to dodge head-on passes, to reverse disadvantaged situations. The P-40, written off as obsolete by 1943, suddenly becomes lethal again in the hands of pilots who understand energy manipulation. McCormick survived the war with 11 confirmed kills. He never became famous. He didn't write memoirs or become a test pilot, but in squadron-ready rooms across the Pacific and Europe, instructors taught the displacement role as standard doctrine. That moment of panic over Texas, when a young pilot forgot to charge his guns and accidentally discovered how to make a falling brick change direction, became the foundation of modern energy fighting tactics. Every time a fighter pilot uses adverse yaw deliberately, every time a plane trades speed for position in a heartbeat, that's McCormick. That's the angry Texan who turned a mistake into a weapon and proved that the edge between disaster and återvända and disaster and stas. Victory is sometimes just a rudder pedal away. P-41 battles not because it was the best plane, but because pilots like McCormick refused to accept its limitations as final. They found the cracks in physics where impossible became possible, where falling became flying, and where forgetting to load your guns became the first step toward changing how wars are fought.